Here we have a standing banded internal and external rotation. So how this is gonna work, I'm gonna grab a thin band. Even a TheraBand would work well for this, or a very, very thin one. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my foot through a loop on the ground, pinning that to the floor. Then from there, I'm gonna bring my elbow up to the side. And the objective here and the landmarks that I want you to focus on is keeping your elbow in line with your shoulder this way, so it's pulled back. Okay, it's not behind me, it's directly in line, so I could go elbow, shoulder, shoulder to the opposite side. Then from there, I also want to keep the height of the elbow right at shoulder height as well. And ideally, that stays consistent throughout the entire range of motion. Then from there, while stomach stays braced, what I'm gonna do is keeping the elbow where it is, I'm gonna slowly let the band pull my hand down. Again, elbow stays stationary, so I'm rotating this upper arm bone in the socket. Then from there, keeping a nice flat wrist, I'm gonna keep the elbow where it is, and I'm gonna pull up and rotate back as far as I can, squeezing the posterior to the back side of the shoulder. Then from there, again, the elbow stays stationary. I just let the arm rotate around the elbow as I internally rotate as far as I can, letting the band assist me in pulling me down. Then I'm gonna use the band to resist as I go up. And you can see the pace that I'm going is very slow, very controlled. And I'm just, again, trying to make sure that I'm isolating the rotational component, keeping the elbow where it is, and letting the arm rotate around that and not making compensations. And as well, by allowing myself to go nice and slow, I'm able to look at the end ranges of both internal rotation here and the external rotation here, because ultimately the most progress is going to be accomplished in the very end ranges of those range of motion. So please don't rush it and you'll get a lot more out of it. I will say, if any part of that does elicit pain, play with adjusting your position a little bit to see if you can get out of that. But any sharp pain, anything like that, I would like for you to not do this. But anything that is pain-free, hammer away. Let's build a strong rotator cuff.